last show, we listed some of Yogi Berra's all-time greatest quotes. Here's one that you may not have heard. He said, "He hits hard from both sides of the plate. He's amphibious."
I love Yogi Berra.
Yeah, we could go on forever with them. So we decided, hey, let's do some research of our own and some of our legends and see what memorable lines they came up with.
Yeah, so why don't you start us off, Murph?
Okay, we'll start with GSL alumnus Terry Bradshaw, who, upon answering a question, replied, "I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid."
What other gems do you have in your pocket, Murph? I like that one.
All right, how about Vince Lombardi, subject on GSL in 1988, is famous for this line, quote, "Winning isn't everything, it's the only thing," right? But problem is, it's doubtful he ever said that.
True,
Yes.
Murph, true. What we know he actually said is this: winning isn't everything, but wanting to win is.
Yeah, doesn't quite have the same bite, but let's move on.
How about Henry Aaron, 1977 GSL alum? Quote, "It took me 17 years to get 3,000 hits in baseball. I did it in one afternoon on the golf course."
I love that.
It means I was probably out there with him, and we can all relate.
Here's Ted Williams, GSL 1978, on hitting a baseball. He said, quote, "Baseball is the only field of endeavor where a man can succeed 3 times out of 10 and be considered a good performer."
I like that.
How about that? All right, moving on to hoops, the great Wilt Chamberlain, who appeared on GSL in 1978, once said this about being the biggest, strongest dude on the court: "Hey, nobody roots for Goliath."
True. And he may have been the biggest and baddest, but his rival Bill Russell found ways to frustrate him because Russell proved the truth of Ric Flair. I get to quote Ric Flair. I love this. Here's what Ric Flair had to say: "To be the man, you have to beat the man." Woo! Which Russell did, of course, time and time again.
Yeah.